As we journey through life, every decade brings new experiences, new wisdom, and, often unspoken but undoubtedly present, new challenges for our bodies. The transition into our 50s and beyond invites us to become more conscious stewards of our own health. And nowhere is this stewardship more vital than in the choices we make about the foods we eat every single day. Aging impacts our bodies in subtle and not so subtle ways, and while we cannot halt the clock, we can definitely empower ourselves to age with vitality, sharpness, and resilience through mindful eating. Let's begin by exploring exactly how aging changes our nutritional story. As we reach our 50s and move beyond, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing nutrients from food. The digestive system slows, and the stomach produces less acid, which can reduce the absorption of essential vitamins like B12, calcium, magnesium, and iron. At the same time, metabolism drops, which can make it easier to gain weight even with less food and harder to lose weight than before. But the challenge doesn't stop there. Our requirements for certain nutrients grow, even as our appetites or abilities to consume them decline. Calcium, for instance, becomes more critical as our bones lose density. Vitamin D's role grows as our skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight into this essential nutrient. Protein is needed not only for maintaining muscle mass, but also for immune function and recovery. Even our experience of eating changes. Taste buds become less sharp. Chewing and swallowing sometimes take more effort, and changes in sense of smell can make foods less appetizing. If left unchecked, these combined factors can quietly steer us toward malnutrition, even if we feel we're eating enough. The consequences follow fast and can be daunting. Lower energy, greater risk of fractures, a drop in cognitive performance, and an increased likelihood of developing chronic illnesses such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and certain cancers. So how do we regain control in this new chapter of our nutritional lives? The answer lies in a conscious reimagining of our daily food choices. By focusing on a select group of nutrient-dense foods, we can support our body's changing needs and set the stage for decades of vibrant, healthy living. And just as importantly, by identifying and limiting foods known to increase the risk of disease, we can protect our health proactively. Let's take a closer look at the 5 life-changing foods that can make a transformative difference when added to your daily routine, and why they deserve their top billing. First on the list are leafy greens. Think spinach, kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, and arugula. These vegetables are nutritional powerhouses, brimming with fiber, vitamins, and minerals, as well as naturally low in calories. One of their most important contributions in the diet of those over 50 is their rich supply of calcium and vitamin K, critical for maintaining healthy bones as bone density naturally declines. Leafy greens also offer significant levels of folate, iron, and antioxidant compounds like lutein and zeaxanthin, which promote eye health, shielding against age-related macular degeneration. Their fiber content encourages a healthy digestive system, while also helping to lower cholesterol and control blood sugar. Incorporating a daily cup of leafy greens, whether in a salad, smoothie, or stir-fry, can form the nutrient-dense backbone of your diet. Next, we celebrate the virtues of fatty fish. Think salmon, sardines, mackerel, and tuna. These aren't just any fish. They're brimming with omega-3 fatty acids, the good fats that are essential for optimal heart and brain health. Omega-3s have been linked to reduced inflammation, better memory, and a lower risk of heart attacks and strokes, health concerns that become more prevalent as we age. Studies also show that regular consumption of fatty fish can help guard against cognitive decline, supporting processes like memory and mood. For those who may not have the appetite or desire for large meals, just a palm-sized serving of fatty fish offers an impressive punch of nutrients. Aim for 2 to 3 servings per week to ensure your body is well supplied with these protective fats. Third on our list, the humble yet mighty sweet potato. Beyond their inviting orange hue, sweet potatoes offer a rich store of carotenoids, especially beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A is crucial for maintaining healthy vision and immune function. Sweet potatoes are also packed with vitamin C, potassium, fiber, and a suite of antioxidants that work to neutralize cell-damaging free radicals. They are gentle on blood sugar, thanks to their fiber content, making them an excellent substitute for more starchy, less nutritious alternatives. Their versatility makes them easy to incorporate into any meal. Bake them, mash them, roast them, or even blend them into soups, ensuring a boost of nutrition and color every day. The 4th transformative addition to your daily menu, legumes. This group includes beans, like black beans, kidney beans, and chickpeas. as well as lentils and peas. Legumes are plants' secret superheroes, bringing together protein, fiber, and complex carbohydrates in one convenient package. A cup of cooked legumes provides protein for maintaining muscle mass, fiber for digestion and heart health, and an abundant array of vitamins and minerals such as folate, iron, magnesium, and potassium. They're especially valuable for those trying to cut down on meat while preserving their protein intake. Legumes help control blood sugar, foster a feeling of fullness that can aid in weight management, and are associated with longer life expectancy in studies around the world. A cup a day, tossed into salads, pureed into dips, or stirred into soups, goes a long way toward nourishing both body and mind. Completing our quintet of life-changing foods are nuts and seeds. Almonds, walnuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, and pumpkin seeds exemplify this group's power. These small but mighty foods are dense with healthy fats, plant-based protein, and dietary fiber. They house a rich spectrum of anti-inflammatory compounds and antioxidants like vitamin E, which support brain health and protect cells from oxidative stress. Walnuts and flax seeds in particular are notable for their omega-3 content, providing an alternative for those who do not eat fish. As snacks, toppings for yogurt or oatmeal, or blended into smoothies, a daily handful of nuts and seeds supports heart and brain health, manages hunger, and even, according to research, helps reduce the risk of diseases such as type 2 diabetes and Alzheimer's disease. Now, as we strive to add the nourishing, we must also remain vigilant against the harmful. 3 categories of food stand out as the most important to minimize, if not eliminate, especially as we age. Chief among them are sugary drinks, soda, sweetened iced teas, energy drinks, and even so-called sport beverages often hide impressive quantities of added sugars. These provide quick, empty calories with no nutritional value and contribute strongly to weight gain, insulin resistance, and the development of type 2 diabetes. For older adults, sugary drinks also increase the risk of heart disease and can accelerate cognitive decline. Drinking just 1 or 2 sugary beverages per day can undo a week's worth of mindful eating. Instead, opt for water, herbal teas, or infuse water with fruits or herbs for a touch of natural flavor without the added sugar. The second food group to avoid is processed meats. Hot dogs, sausages, bacon, deli meats, and other heavily processed meats are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and saturated fats. Not only do they contribute to high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease, but processed meats have also been linked by the World Health Organization to an increased risk of colorectal cancer. Even occasional consumption can have long-term effects on health, so making the choice to select lean meats, fish, or plant-based protein sources instead is one of the most impactful dietary changes you can make. Lastly, beware the lure of refined grains. These include white bread, white rice, most crackers, sugary cereals, and an array of processed snacks. By stripping away fiber and nutrients, refined grains behave much like sugar in the body, spiking blood sugar levels, offering little satiety, and paving the way for weight gain and metabolic health issues. Opting for whole grains, brown rice, quinoa, whole wheat bread, and oats retains the fiber and important nutrients, helping to stabilize blood sugar, maintain digestive health, and support heart health. Armed with this knowledge, the approach I would challenge myself to take, one I invite you to join with me, starts with intention and a spirit of exploration. What happens when, for 1 week, we commit to eating leafy greens, fatty fish, sweet potatoes, legumes, and nuts and seeds every day, and consciously eliminate sugary drinks, processed meats, and refined grains? The prospect is not just about counting nutrients, but opening ourselves to new tastes, textures, and culinary adventures. It's about engaging all our senses with fresh, colorful, and varied foods that satisfy both body and soul. It may seem daunting at first, but small, consistent changes add up to major long-term improvements. Shopping might involve seeking out fresh greens at the farmer's market, stocking up on cans of wild-caught salmon or dried beans, or trying out new recipes for nut seed trail mixes or hearty lentil soups. The rewards, however, can become quickly apparent. You may notice improved energy midday when you swap out a bag of chips for a handful of almonds and dried cherries. Maybe that serving of salmon with a side of sweet potato leaves you feeling satisfied but light, instead of bloated or sluggish. Think of this challenge not as deprivation, but as an experiment in abundance. a way to discover newfound wellness with every bite. If, like many, you struggle with decreased appetite, consider creative solutions to pack more nutrients into smaller portions. Smoothies are excellent vehicles for greens, seeds, and even legumes. Flavorful dressings or adding a touch of citrus can awaken fading senses of taste. If chewing gets tough, try steaming or roasting vegetables to tenderness, mashing beans, or incorporating ground nuts and seeds instead of whole. Ultimately, these shifts are not just about adding years to your life, but life to those years. They can help you maintain your independence, memory, and zest for living. They model self-care and mindful living to your loved ones, and perhaps most importantly, they represent a gift you give to yourself each day, a celebration of your body and its journey thus far. Whether you're deeply familiar with these foods or just starting out, your experiences, delights, challenges, creative approaches are invaluable. Sharing strategies with others creates a supportive community and opens the door to new ideas and encouragement. To foster lifelong wellness after 50, remember these simple but powerful principles. Fill your plate with the rainbow of whole foods, especially leafy greens, fatty fish, sweet potatoes, legumes, and diverse nuts and seeds. Steer clear of the health saboteurs, sugary drinks, processed meats, and refined grains. Your body, mind, and spirit will thank you. With every mindful meal, we invest in our future. We respect the journey we've taken and empower the road ahead. So, whatever your starting point, know that the most important step you can take is the one you choose today. Embrace these life-changing foods. Say goodbye to those that do you harm, and watch how your health story transforms with time.